Hi everyone, science today, what are seasons, lesson 3. Now remember, I hope you started yesterday, lesson 2, where you had to you had to do the weather for this week and record your data and put in each picture of what you had to do or what the weather was like. So I'm going to show you what I'm talking about. So we did this. You should have started it yesterday. What can we observe about weather? And you had to cut out a picture. Now, I didn't get mine done, but yesterday, what was the weather like? It was pretty clear. It was a little chilly. It wasn't hot, but it wasn't freezing either. So I don't know if I would even say cold. I would just maybe say clear and probably a little cloudy. Okay, so you should have that on Monday. So here we go for lesson 3. What are seasons? So I'm going to hope that nothing gets cut off this time. So it says, in which season do many trees have no leaves? They have no leaves in summer. Have no leaves is winter. Shh. Now, you need to preview the lesson to find the 2 vocabulary words to write here. And I kind of looked already for season and weather pattern. So we need to write them down here at the bottom. Season and weather pattern. Season and weather pattern. So there's the 2 vocabulary words for this lesson. Hopefully they're not cut off at the bottom for you guys. All right, spring into spring. A season, which we just talked about, is a time of year. Spring, summer, fall, and winter are the 4 seasons. Now remember, there's another name for fall. Do you remember what it is? I hope you said autumn. They form a repeating pattern, so that means they're continually changing into those 4 seasons. The weather changes with each season. These changes form a weather pattern. A weather pattern is a change in the weather that repeats. So we started the year in January, it was winter, and now it's getting into springtime. Then next will be summer, turning into fall, then it will come winter again, and it will start all over. Now it says, find the sentence that tells the meaning of season. Draw a line under it. Well, season up here is highlighted, so we're going to underline a season is a time of year because that's what the word season means. Now in spring, the air warms. There may be many rainy days. Plants begin to grow. Trees grow new leaves. People can wear light jackets outside. Now we have these little baby birds in the nest with maybe mama or daddy bird. It says circle the adult that has its youth in spring. So we see this bird. Give it a big circle for me. That bird is going to lay eggs in the spring for them to hatch. A sunny summer. Summer is the season that follows spring. In summer, the air can be hot. Some places have many storms, or may have storms, There are more hours of daylight in the spring. Some plants grow fruit in summer. Young animals grow bigger. People dress to stay cool. They wear hats and sunglasses to keep safe from the sun. Now, down on this picture, it says, draw an object on the adult that would keep him safe from the sun. So it looks like the son, the boy's son, already has a hat on, but maybe the dad could use a hat. So you could draw a hat on him, and that would keep him safe from the sun. Okay? If you're drawing it with pencil, make sure it's darker, or use a crayon so I can see it better. Now, if it's summertime, draw to show how most trees look in the summer. In the summer, what is this tree going to look like? Now, I want you to use a crayon so I can see it. In the summer, my crayon's not working very well. It's going to be pretty green and full of leaves. Now, I'm not going to color perfect right now. I'm going to go kind of quickly. I know you guys will take your time and use your great coloring. So we're going to see a lot of big green leaves and big full trees in the summer, right? All right. Down here it says this hare's fur, apostrophe S because fur belongs to that hare. Remember, a hare is a kind of bunny. It's brown in the summer. The brown fur helps the hare hide. So it's kind of like camouflage for him. So he's not found. All right, fall into fall. Fall is the season that follows summer. The air gets cooler. There are fewer hours of daylight than in summer. Some leaves change color and drop off the trees. Some animals move to warmer places. People may wear jackets to stay warm. Now, we need to find a detail and the main idea in here. So the main idea is usually found in the beginning, that first sentence. So fall is the season that follows summer. Is this entire paragraph about fall? Yes. So we're going to draw an arrow to that first sentence, and then you choose any of those other sentences to be a detail. I'm just going to choose this next one. The air gets cooler. You could choose there are fewer hours of daylight than in summer. Some leaves change color and drop off the trees. Some animals move to warmer places. People wear jackets to stay warm. Any of those are details. I just chose that one. Okay. Oh, it looks like this guy is raking the leaves down here because they're starting to fall off of the tree, which reminds me that in the fall, our leaves are changing color and the trees are starting to go dormant, which means they're not dying, but the leaves are starting to fall off of them. So we're seeing a lot more branches. But we're also seeing them change colors. I'm trying to find an orange and a red. So here's an orange for some different colored leaves because the trees are starting to prepare for winter. I'm not really sure what color this is. Oh, it's kind of like a deep red. So we see trees that look like this all the time there's not a lot of leaves anymore. And a lot of them have fallen, but the leaves have also changed color. So your tree should look something like that for in the fall. Down here we have a little, I think it's a chipmunk. It says some animals gather food to store in winter. It looks like he's got a lot of food stored in his cheeks there, doesn't he? Now we've got winter weather. Winter is the season that follows fall. In some places, the air can be cold. It may even snow. Winter has the fewest hours of daylight. Many trees lose their leaves in winter. Some animals grow more fur to keep warm. People wear warm clothes outside. In a few months, it will be spring again. So if you're looking down here, this little boy looks like he is dressed for winter. He's got his hat, his scarf, his coat, his gloves, boots, but Dad looks like he's a little chilly over here. Sorry, I didn't mean to do that. He doesn't have a scarf on. He doesn't have any gloves. We're just going to kind of color over his hands to make it look like gloves. He's not wearing a hat. We'll put the little puff ball up at the top. He doesn't even have a coat on. Dad, it's chilly out. What are you doing? There, it kind of looks like a coat. Now he's dressed for winter, and he can go play in the snow. Now, how does a tree look in the winter? Now, remember, if we turn back to fall, they were starting to get really bare, and it only had a few leaves left. So in the winter, right, it's just going to be the branches. There's not going to be leaves on those kind of trees in the winter. They fall off because the tree is kind of like hibernating almost. Now down here, here's that hare again. The hare's fur has turned white. The hare can hide in the snow. So in the summer, his hair or his fur is brown. Now it's white, so he's camouflaging with the snow. That's pretty interesting. All right, we're just about done. We're almost to the end here. Now we have a riddle to solve. It says, I am a time when trees have lots of leaves or no leaves at all. I am winter, spring, summer, or fall. I am now remember we had two words. We had season and weather pattern. If I am all four of those, I am a season. All right, now you, in this picture, can draw me an activity you can do in spring. So it's springtime right now. Think of some of the things that you guys have been doing outside. Maybe you've been drawing with chalk, going for a bike ride, playing with bubbles, going on your swing set, just running in the grass, playing on your trampoline, going for a walk, planting flowers. There are a lot of things that I just gave you, or come up with your own idea. Okay? Then down here from Match It, we have summer, winter, and fall. Let's see. If I see a lot of trees or a lot of leaves on the tree, that's going to be summer. Just a couple leaves left, and most of them have gone to the ground. That's fall. And our snowy tree is most definitely winter. Now, we have a crossword puzzle. We've got 2 pages left, and you are done. So we have season, weather pattern, winter, spring, summer, and fall. So it says the season that follows fall. Well, what comes after fall? Remember, fall is like September, October, November time. What comes after that? After that is winter. So number 1, going across right here, we're going to write winter. If I'm going too fast, remember you can always pause me so that you can catch up. Now, number 2 says the season that follows spring. Well, we're in spring right now, so what's going to come next? I hope you said summer. So number 2 across, we're going to write summer. Oh, that was not a very nice M. I'm sorry. That doesn't look like a very good M. Sorry, guys. All right, number 3, the season that follows summer. Well, like I said, we're in spring. Then summer is going to come next. When we go back to school, it's the end of summer, and it's the beginning of, fall. So number 3 across is fall, F-A-L-L. And number 4, a time of year. Well, we have season, spring, weather pattern. Down here, I'm not really sure. It looks like it could be spring or season. So why don't we skip it? We'll figure out the other 2, and then we can use the clue of the last letter here, and it will be the last word we have left. So number 5 down says the season that follows winter. Well, we just left winter, and that means right now we are in spring. So number 5 down, S-P-R-I-N-G, spring. And a change in the weather that repeats. Remember, something that repeats is a pattern, and if it's a change in the weather, it's a weather pattern. So now that we figured those out, we definitely know that number 4 across down here is a time of year, is a season. It's the season. So if you need to pause that to get caught up, that is no problem. I will see you on the next page, our last page for today. Oh, and I see something. All right, and in each picture, there is one thing that doesn't belong. So this looks like a picture of spring. Right now, if you were going outside, are you going to wear hats, gloves, mittens, scarves? No. So X those things out. Mittens, scarf, hat. We don't need them. It's too nice out. In the summertime, are you going to build a snowman on the beach? Probably not. It's just going to be a big puddle. And this looks like the fall down here. This looks like the fall down here. Get rid of that tree with all those leaves. That doesn't belong there. And in the winter, we definitely don't lay eggs in the winter. Birds don't lay eggs in the winter. It's too cold. All right, let's get you down. All right, so that's the end of, what was this called? What is weather? Changes in weather? Something about weather? What are seasons? Close enough. So I hope you knew most of those answers, because we've talked about seasons quite a bit, and I know last year in kindergarten you did too. Don't forget to do your weather journal for the week. So tell me, cut out the picture and put it on Tuesday and tell me what the weather's like. And I will talk to you guys later. Bye.